guys, welcome back to my channel, The Haunting of Bly Manor, Season 1, Episode 7. Let's go over what happened last episode. The last thing I remember was Danny getting knocked out.
Yeah, she got knocked out by Jessel and
Peter.
Right. Yeah, Peter.
Because we also found out that they were...
Yeah, Peter was, possessing Miles, and Jessel was possessing Flora. I think we think that 'cause she touched her at the end.
Yeah.
We didn't have a good.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's like fact now.
Yeah.
So we got Miles' behavior was explained basically, his adult-like behavior, and Flora, she was kind of a little bit adult-like. Miles more,
she was more spacey than adult.
Yeah, Miles was definitely more adult-like, but Flora still had she still spoke a little bit advanced for her age, so that was something that I always questioned.
The perfectly splendid thing was from
Jessel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because when she was sitting
I have
on
to go
the
back
bed,
and watch
she was perfectly, and she wouldn't even let her.
Why is Jessel? My question is, why is Jessel doing it? Is it out of some selfish need? I don't think it is out of selfish need though, because they didn't know that each other were dead. Jessel didn't know that Peter was dead until did she? Actually, I don't know.
We were questioning it last episode because we said that this looked like their first interaction of seeing each other.
I think it was.
So.
Because she looked kind of shocked to see Peter, and if that's the case, then when she was talking to Mrs. Groves in the memory, how did she know that this was the moment that Peter was going to die? So she had to have known that Peter was going to die. Well, or Peter was dead.
Well, also, I asked that question before, too, and I think, we were when you're dead, you can, replay your memory and kind of go outside of your knowledge of it because you live in the past now.
And it seems like you could also switch your physical form.
Yeah.
So that could be how Mrs. Groves is able to touch things, pick things up, because when Peter first died, he was picking up the thing and his hand was going right through it, but then he was able to pick it up.
Yep.
So that explains the whole Mrs. Groves situation, which is fucking tragic because she was killed by Peter.
I know.
And she didn't even know that she was killed by Peter. She didn't even know that Peter was dead until her episode. She had a full paradoxical moment where she was going through all of her memories and it led to the moment of her death. And she didn't even know that she was dead. And the whole episode we were like, oh, she can't go to Paris. We were speculating that she was a ghost, but it made it so much more sad seeing that lead up to it. And then the actual moment where she was like, I can't go to Paris. And we got context for that.
Yeah, very sad. It's she's just trapped and she knows that she can't go.
Yeah.
But
I feel bad for Miles and Flora.
Also, I want confirmation on if the ghosts only let themselves be known when they want to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because when she was dead looking at herself in the well.
Would people see her physical body?
And Miles was talking to her. That's when he woke up from being Peter, and he was I'm having the strangest dreams. And that's what Flora was having too. She was having strange dreams, and Danny could now see Jessel and Peter in the end of this episode.
And that's why they knocked her out.
Yep.
I don't know what
we don't know why they did.
Yeah, what are they using her for? I have no idea.
They wouldn't have made themselves known, I don't think, unless they needed her.
Yeah, they would have had to need her for something. Because he killed Mrs. Groves too, Peter. But was that out of spite, or was that for a particular... Did he just want to trap her and condemn her to eternity on the grounds here?
I feel
Why does Danny deserve that fate? Danny didn't do anything.
I feel he's very spiteful, like you were saying, and he not even wants revenge, but he didn't want to stay on the grounds. He was leaving that night to run away and get money and run away with Jessel. And then he got killed, and now he's trapped on some place that he was trying to leave.
So he doesn't want Danny to be happy, I guess, for whatever reason. Which I
don't know the Danny part, but I feel for Miss Grove's part, he never liked her anyway.
I know,
but she said she didn't want to leave.
Yeah, you're right.
So
the real victims in this whole situation are Mrs. Groves, Miles, and Flora.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think Miles and Flora have got the shittiest end of the stick, and now I want to rewatch it because it gives whole new meaning to why did the bad ones always come back.
I know.
That literally is so dark now thinking about it, because they're aware that these people are inhibiting their bodies.
Why is Miss Gross bad then if she came back? You know, do we not know something?
They don't.
There?
I don't think they know that. My question would be, if they don't know that Mrs. Gross is dead, then that would mean that Miles is, and Flora for that matter, is unaware when they get touched and they go into
They are unaware.
They go into their memories. That's what Flora was
Yeah.
experiencing, like memories. Miles was like, I'm having the strangest dream, so they're not aware of things that happen. So I don't think Miles is aware that Mrs. Gross is dead.
Definitely not.
And then by that virtue, would they know that they don't even know that they're being manipulated, controlled, which makes it even more heartbreaking because
They literally are not in control and they have no chance in like their fate right now.
yeah, that's so sad.
They think that they're not really doing anything, you know?
That's so fucked up. But yeah, unless you have any more thoughts.
No, I really want to just see what's going on. What's Danny's purpose and
I know.
Jessel.
Two Faces Part 2.
Yeah.
Let's do this
Alright,
shit.
we going in.
Alright, without further ado, let's get into episode 7. Literally fuck these assholes. I don't care.
I agree.
I thought Jessel was cool.
We don't know why Jessel's doing this yet. I just don't like Peter.
Like I said.
Like the bird at school. That felt wrong. But it got you back home to Flora. And she needed you home.
You could tell Jessel feels really like bad about it.
Nothing to be scared of
I
here.
don't know.
It was the next best.
She's slipping into different.
Yeah, they said something about dream
It's
hopping.
okay.
Again, we don't know how
So,
she died, so I'm thinking maybe he killed herself.
to help her.
I suppose they'd say I'm cured. They did. They said I'm cured. Trying to get started fresh.
You think she was like in a
It's
mental
difficult.
hospital?
And the doctors doesn't leave me a lot of options.
He stole the money from
And where
her.
do I go if not your father?
I don't even remember him stealing the money though.
You know he'd kill you if he
'Cause
could.
I thought he died before he was supposed
For what
to.
you did to him.
I don't have any money, Mum.
Forgive me if I misread.
Priceless heirlooms, they're not missing.
Was she
they're
just
stolen.
in this?
No, she's hopping too. This is happening at 2 different times.
I mean, I was.
So did they?
Got it.
I think I'm going to get some air. Feels quite warm today, doesn't it?
Everything is so unreliable because I don't know if it's like a memory or if this is actually how it went down or if she's just reliving it. Like, everything is so unreliable. Everything that we've seen so far is even unreliable because we don't know if it was a dream, a memory, someone dream hopping.
I think that dream hopping is hopping from different memories.
I understand.
But like it's just their perspective, so maybe it could be warped.
It could have went down differently. Just like
Or-
when Owen was interviewing Mrs. Groves, it happened differently every time.
Yeah.
She was remembering it differently every time.
Yeah, it definitely could be warped.
Is that Peter in the background?
Yo, good
You saw-
catch.
did you
good
see that?
catch.
It was.
You left.
I didn't.
Not even a note.
I never.
You never what? You never loved me.
I was here this whole time. But I couldn't. You couldn't see me. Not right away. I had to figure out a way to make it so that you could see me.
Oh, you'll need to do better than that.
Please think. What's the one thing that would ever keep me from you?
Right, because he can control.
Can you be excused, Miss Jessel? Miss Jessel?
I feel bad for her.
I feel bad for the
Rebecca?
kids
I
because
feel bad for the kids too.
You're still down here.
we don't even know how she died. Maybe she killed herself
Maybe.
so she could be with him.
Yes, how long it takes to grieve it. They said it's the length of a relationship halved. Half. To get over it. Well, not everything has a half-life, does it?
Oh, she's trying.
I know, I feel bad for Mrs. Groves.
And I don't think that she ever really knew that he was dead and still in the house.
No, she didn't.
Because I know she's dead, right?
I don't think she
So
knew until that memory.
That's just crazy to me. Because I thought like maybe they can control other spirits can see them too.
Yeah, but even when they were living, she clearly cared for Jessel.
Yeah. Yeah.
More than anybody else. Like, she witnessed the relationship and she witnessed how bad it was. And I guess how affected she was by Peter's disappearance / death.
I can't leave Bly. I can't get past the end of the drive.
Will you tell me now?
Where it happened? Where
Yep.
his
How
death
it
happened?
Yes.
That's traumatic to put a ghost through.
How come Miss
Right.
Gross touch things and have people touch her if she's a spirit and
She can control it, I think.
because she's been longer?
Got to be
Oh!
Hello.
Bex?
Oh, he went in her.
Bex?
Yo, this takes manipulation to a whole nother level. I feel like he's gonna... I just got a chilling thought.
What, you think he's gonna kill herself, you know?
Because he's fucking emotionally manipulative. I mean,
Yo.
he did that on purpose, right?
No. No.
I don't know.
What the hell?
He's dream
What if
hopping.
this other guy was somewhere else?
Now he's gonna hop back. My thought is like, did he kill Jessel just so she could be with him?
Hiding.
Yeah, but I feel like
You look better of
I don't know if he's that
Speak to Henry.
manipulative.
Yeah, not at that
Well,
point that we
like
saw him, but once he
London,
starts
like
getting
South Park.
bored,
How could I forget?
that's my prediction.
Yes.
Or like he gets her to kill herself,
I
maybe
hope-
then like they can truly be together.
I said you were going to visit.
She just is so manipulated by him that she kills herself on her
That-
own
that's
free
what-
will.
That's what I was
Which
saying
is
though,
even
like
sadder.
maybe he like convinces her, you think, to like offer herself so he doesn't have to do it.
Like he promises her something. I don't know, man. Him going into her body, I feel like that changes everything because now I don't know the circumstances of her death. Like we theorize that he killed her, but that brings a whole other meaning to it.
Do you think she's going to
She's
kill herself?
she's testing if she could leave or not.
It didn't work.
Oh, he tried to leave with her body. So that would mean that he wasn't in Miles's body at boarding school. Miles did that on his own free will.
Well, he
Just to
said,
try to get back home to Flora.
yeah, protect Flora. Yeah, that's
That's
what
what
was explained.
I was gonna say before.
Peter had not been back to find her.
This is when she dies because she's wearing that fit in the afterlife.
Well, not even just in the afterlife. She was wearing that by the lake when
Yeah,
Flora saw
yes.
her.
Yeah, but
Ghosty. I saw it in the mirror.
I've been learning. I've been exploring. I have a plan. A plan that'll let us be together again.
this is it.
If it works, it could last forever. It would be the two of us sharing a life. It just boils down to you. It's up to you. I think it's just you and me becoming us.
Take care of me, yes?
So
Of course.
does she have to die?
I don't know. Is it him going back into her like before?
I promise.
They share a body? But what's the fun in that?
I
Sharing a
don't
body,
know.
it's basically yourself. Just two consciousnesses.
I love you,
Consciousnesses.
Peter.
Yeah, but she won't even be conscious the whole time. It'll just be him.
He's manipulating her ass.
Maybe he is gonna kill her. I don't know what would
It's
happen.
you. It's me. It's us.
Who would want that?
She's literally gonna be asleep the whole time, so I'm just confused.
Right? Like doesn't
Her
she
eye is blue now.
like doesn't she go back into memories?
He had promised they'd be equals, but she was safe, tucked away in a memory of them,
So
He's
that's
going.
real.
And he
He's
was
gonna
here.
walk her into the lake,
know.
right?
and he had spent too much of his life alone.
Why would you want to kill someone that you love?
Because you want to be
Suspects.
together.
But I just think that's so stupid.
It's selfish. She's a fucking piece of shit. He's gonna kill her. So she doesn't even know. Does she even know?
No. Again, he took over her. She's not conscious at all. Just like what was happening with the kids. They just feel like they're in a dream. I just think that it's even more like heartbreaking because he's doing it to her and she can't do anything about it.
That's so fucked.
Holy shit. That's so fucked up.
So they think she killed herself.
Yo, I like was tearing up at that.
Whose is that?
Henry said this was yours, if you want it. Take a little convincing. I'm persuasive when I need to be.
You just left me to do it alone. It's not what I agreed. I did.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Son of a bitch! You fucking lied! You're a fucking liar!
I had to. And you'll have to too.
Dare you?
Look, you'll understand. When,
You'll have to too.
Yeah, I don't.
That.
when you meet the others, when you see what happens to us here,
How do I get out?
I'm going to show you. Damn it, I was right in the middle. Bex, the kids, they get to hop around into the warmest little memories, the nicest little moments. But then you're in hell.
Well, where else would you go?
Yeah.
At first I thought, could have been worse. I mean, I could be back there at home with Dad. I was a kid back then. You were there to tell me that it was okay. I thought about every kid that ever spent the night and how you knew what you knew and you didn't stop him. I hope you know that late at night that you killed your own son.
Honey, I don't even know that you're dead.
I was right in the middle.
Oh my god.
I forgot that we were even here.
We have to finish it now.
But it's too soon.
No, it's right. It's what we've been talking about this whole time. That the forever is.
It's time.
It is. And he's going to save us. He's going to save us from... Well, you know what? But we have to finish it now. Okay?
Why isn't Jessel saying anything?
What if you were right
Maybe we can wait.
and it was
until-
Danny in the attic next to the dolls, like as that thing?
Bex.
And it was just Flora remembering?
And
Wait, that was it. That was the choking thing.
that's what's going to happen. Bex, this... That happened to Steve. To Miss Jessel, to
I
me.
hate that.
No, of course not.
Because this is what happens to everyone who dies terribly.
Was that the mom? What was that?
I don't know. It said at Bly though. That's what happens to who dies at Bly. If they don't make a sacrifice?
Save us.
If they die, then that's gonna happen to them.
Yeah, I would say fuck you guys, I don't care.
That's right, jailbreak. Miles, I need your help, and Miss Jessel needs you, Flora. Isn't that right? Think about you and me, and then think us. As hard as you can, just think us. Nothing sad will ever touch you ever again. You just get your mum and your dad. A safe place. So how about it, mate? It's you. It's me.
It's us.
a little. Let's can I trust you to finish this one? Still not sure why we have to. Because she knows.
So the only reason why they did that to Danny is because she saw them. They don't actually need her for anything.
Nope.
I was thinking about a cartoon I used to watch when I was little.
Oh, wow.
Wile E. Coyote. Run off a cliff. And you'd keep on going. That's you. That's who you remind me of, Hannah. You just went off that cliff. And you just kept going. Carrying on. When Wile E. Coyote looked down, then he'd fall. Only when he looked down.
Like what down the well you think he's talking about? And like see her body?
You just need to look down, Hannah.
But
Then you can stop the charade.
doesn't she know
Just
that she's
throw
dead already, or does she need to like
genuinely.
accept it?
I think she
Well,
needs to
face
accept it, maybe?
Melts away like some forgotten memory. You need to look down.
Is there a way of getting him out of Miles's body?
That's what I was like wondering when he went into Jessel. I thought she was looking down right before she met Danny. Like I thought she already saw herself.
Me too. I thought that was the moment that she realized. But maybe she just thought it was a dream.
Meet me.
What?
Wile E. Coyote.
How did I do?
You did very well.
Couldn't see her anymore. So she told me what to say.
Untie her, Flora, quickly.
See, I thought she knew that this was wrong
Understand.
by her facial expression.
But we were
She was going along with it.
and
But what about
my
Miles?
help.
Oh, Flora.
And they both have brown eyes, so like she couldn't tell if one eye was different.
No, I don't like this game. I'm not leaving.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up.
Can't make me. Go.
No. Hello?
So basically, we gonna watch the next episode.
This is like the most like I feel like this is like the first episode other than Hannah's where like
Speechless.
I literally like feel like so
Oh.
strongly towards this series.
That was heavy.
Like my heart hurts. Like everything's coming together basically and it just sucks. But it also is cool to know, but like
So-
it's so sad.
What we do know now is that for some reason, the people who die on the grounds, so like not the parents, as we know, have died off the grounds.
Yeah.
The people who die at Bly are dead until they are forgotten. Is that how it goes? Or just until a certain amount of time passes and then their face starts to fade. The only people that we've seen really were the lady in the lake. Her face was faded,
Yeah.
and the little boy. There was a little boy whose face was faded.
And the lady upstairs. I don't know who that was. That's why I was asking. I don't think it's the forgotten thing because if that could have been like the parents or something, they wouldn't have forgotten them.
I don't think it was the parents, though.
So,
Maybe it was. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know who that could have been. I don't know if that's like really important. I think the important aspect is that their faces are forgotten, and the only way, like how this all works, the only way that you can continue to live on is if you take another life. Is that what? Am I analyzing that correctly? But then by that virtue, how long does that last? If you take another life, how long is it just forever? Do you have to take a certain amount of lives to live on forever?
That's why I thought that they were gonna like sacrifice Danny because I thought that's what he was getting at. I didn't think anything about the two kids.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, is there like a limit? Like, do you just have to sacrifice, okay, like he killed Jessel, that's one life. Now he's gonna kill Miles, presumably. So is it just 2 lives and then, okay, you're good, you could live forever? Like, is that it?
I
don't think it's that simple. I think it's much deeper.
He also said that he's been learning a lot before he killed Jessel. He was like, I've been learning a lot. Like, I'm learning my way around here, basically, and like,
Yeah.
basically what it means to be dead.
I think it's a lot deeper.
So I think that we might like delve into more on that, but
Well, I feel like we got a lot with Peter's kind of, he's stuck in his own little purgatory, his own little hell that he keeps going back to. It's not like he can jump into memories, and maybe that's just because he was a piece of shit during his mortal life. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something more. Like, what determines whether or not people can jump into... Is it just about training? Or is it about acceptance? Is it about becoming a better person? Clearly, he didn't become a better person in the afterlife because he killed Jessel. And now he's going to kill Miles.
I feel like he's very obviously, we know he's selfish. That's why he's going to kill Miles. That's why he killed Jessel. But I feel like he's so selfish because of his... childhood for some reason, what he was saying with his mom.
Well, his mom was selfish.
I know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he can necessarily help that, not that it's an excuse, but like, you know, your upbringing can have a very strong influence on who you are as a person today, as we all know.
And your behavior in the future.
And your parents' behavior. And I don't know the whole thing with his mom, if she was a drug addict or something, and he just...
Yeah, I don't know. Was she sick, or was she a drug addict, or was she mentally ill? Either way, she was basically begging him to...
for money, though.
For money, but specifically because she knew that his boss was rich.
And
she knew.
What's the thing with the dad? Because she was like, do you want me to go back to your father? And he was saying how, like, why would you let dad do that?
I think the
dad...
Was
he abusive?
I think the dad was abusive, maybe, like, sexually abusive, too, because... Peter was saying that, like...
Why would you let him do that?
Why would you let him have my friends over? Like, to stay over the night, knowing that it would happen. And I assume, based on context clues, that's what was going down. It wasn't just a physical abuse, emotional abuse, it was also, like, sexual abuse.
I don't know if the dad has deeper context into the story, though. If that has...
I don't think so.
Or was that just an add-in? To, like,
well,
show why he's, like, fucked up.
I think that shows why he's extremely fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see him. I don't think the dad is going to be an important story element.
No.
But I do think that he's a big part. Maybe if we do see him, we'll see Peter being able to, once he kills Miles, if he kills Miles, I hope that he doesn't, maybe we'll see him being able to go back into memories and being able to memory hop. I just have a lot of questions about, like, the mechanics of, like, the dream hopping and how it works.
He said it takes time.
Yeah, but now I'm questioning, now I want to go back and watch the whole show because now I'm questioning these memories and questioning certain scenes, and obviously I want to rewatch because Flora and Miles and their behavior being Jessel and Peter.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool to go back and see, but also with the whole dream hopping thing, that changes everything. That changes every single scene that we have been presented with so far in the show. And it makes us question the reality of that scene. So when you're in a dream and two people are dead in the dream, they can talk to each other.
Touch each other.
It's not really them, like, existing in the memory, it's just them, like, reliving it. But when one person is dead in the dream and the other person isn't, that's a projection of their subconscious and how they remember the dream.
It could be that,
memory.
And also how, like, they can basically just change it themselves if they want to. Like with Peter and his mom, he was changing the conversation.
And Mrs. Gross.
And Owen.
With Owen.
She could change the thing to basically what her subconscious was trying to tell her.
And trying to remember.
Yeah, so...
Now, what was the whole thing? So did she not realize that I think she did realize that she was dead in her episode because it was so heartbreaking when she was talking to Owen saying that she couldn't go to Paris. So what was the whole thing about her being gone for good once she looked down at her body?
I don't know, because literally when she died, like, I thought we saw her die. Like, we saw Peter push her down the well as Miles. And then all of a sudden, like, she's looking down at the well, literally, and then looks up, and Miles is like, what's going on? Like, I can't remember. And then Danny walks in. It's the first time we meet Danny. Like, she meets Danny.
That's another life that Peter took, also. He took Jessel, Miss Gross, and now Miles.
Do you think that maybe he thinks that Miss Gross can, like, get Miles back because she's also dead? Like, is there some way that she, as a dead woman, can take Peter out
That's
of Miles'
my question.
body?
That's what I was asking during the episode. Can somebody else, dead or alive, get Peter out of there?
I'm assuming that if Peter can go in, he can come out, just like the same way. Like, I think he could have came out of Jessel, because he literally came out of her body when she was drowning. So he can leave It's just whether or not he decides to, right?
Yeah. So when he is in Miles's body right now, Miles goes off to another place.
He's still in there. He just doesn't feel. He's like in a memory.
Right. They said that he was tucked deep down.
Like
He's
he
at the
said
bottom.
He's at the bottom.
And Peter, just such a piece of shit. He was just saying Miles just feels like a tickle now. Like, how can you fucking...
He's a piece of shit.
How can you do that?
I don't care how fucked up your past is in this. Like, you don't... You have the option to be a better person.
Yeah. And just because you're dead doesn't mean that everybody around you needs to die. But then we don't know what he was saying with the whole, I need to do this and you're going to need to do it too.
He was talking, again, I don't know anything, but I think it was kind of like what you were talking about. If they take another life, they won't lose their face, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, the effects of being dead and not looking dead wear off after a while or something.
Well, I guess,
But
no, well, they were, in their memories, I feel like they look young, and because that's how they want to remember them, but, like, in the pictures, that was the reality, that's how they really look. That's how their bodies really look.
Yeah.
So, like, that's how Mrs. Groves looked when she looked down the well. So maybe it's, like, the realization of what you look like and your death. And Miss Groves, I don't know, is it just taking her to a dark place? Because I feel like she keeps reliving that memory with Owen, because that is, like, the moment where, I don't know, maybe, like, the moment where she was the happiest, whereas Peter keeps reliving his memory, because that's, like, his shittiest moment, like, his moment where everything was downhill after that, because he stole the money, his life went to shit, he died. Now his life is shit, he keeps reliving this hell. Whereas Mrs. Groves, her memory is more of a happy one, because she, I assume, loves Owen, and that's, like, her happy place.
Yeah, but also,
the first time they met.
In her episode, they were visibly showing her getting frustrated with the memory. Like, again, what Peter was saying, he was like, again? And then Miss Gross was like, again? Like, why do we have to keep doing this? And then also Jessel was like, why are we in this memory? Like, she looked terrified from the memory.
Yeah.
Like, she hated it.
I gotta give Jessel props, too. I was giving her some shit during this
I know.
episode for not doing anything and not taking action. But one, I understand that even in life and death, she was emotionally manipulated by this man's. To the point where she died for him.
But he
killed her. Like,
and he lied to her.
Yeah. So she was literally manipulated to death. So, I give her props for being able to, like, manipulate him back.
I know.
I guess.
I was also, like, watching her, her facial expressions. Because I feel like you can, like, manipulate someone. Like, she really looked like she didn't want to do this. Like, she was appalled by it almost. She looked hurt. Like, it's not who she is. She's a good person who doesn't want to kill people.
Yeah.
She didn't want to take these kids' lives that she looked after, you know?
Yeah. But now I'm just going back to every single scene with the kids. When they locked her in the closet. Do you think that was...
It's because the lady that, like, walks around, they saw what she did to Peter.
Yeah, but at that point, Peter and Jessel were their own entities, weren't they? They were Miles and Flora.
Yeah, but they don't have to always be inside of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, when they touch them, that's when they go in. So I don't think that they were always inside. I feel like, I don't think so.
I
don't think that they were ever Miles and Flora when they locked her in, basically.
I don't know, though, because now I'm going back to last episode, or maybe it was a couple episodes ago with the dollhouse. We got a whole pan of the dollhouse. And if you remember, Peter's doll, which Danny picked up, it was standing right by what I assume was Miles' bed. So I think that maybe when the kids go to sleep, when the kids go to sleep, they take over their bodies and the kids think that they're dreaming. Yeah.
Maybe.
But really, it's just Peter and Jessel taking over their bodies. Mainly Peter.
I don't know what they would need their bodies for, really, though, at nighttime, because they can still, like, you know, they have the ability now that they're dead to touch each other and, you know, like, communicate properly, I guess.
Well, I think for Peter, it's also about, like, he's stuck in his own hell. And maybe by using Miles' body, his consciousness, he's able to go into better memories and he's able to dream hop better. I don't know. Any other thoughts?
Is Danny gonna die now?
I think
That's my whole thing
if
for
she-
the next episode.
if she does die, it's gonna be by whatever that faceless creature was. I have no idea what that was, but I'm running out of storage, so we're gonna get into the next episode. As always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already, and we will see you guys for episode 9. Alright, bye guys.